Okay, in this video, we're going to solve this problem right here. And so let's begin. Now, before we go about taking the derivative, let's rewrite this. And we're going to use our log properties. So this right here, ln x divided by y. If you know your log properties, this is equivalent to ln parentheses x minus ln parentheses y is equal to this piece here. So e raised to x times y squared, close it. So now we're going to go ahead and take the derivative. So the derivative of ln x is 1 over x. The derivative of this piece is going to be 1 over y. And so here we're using implicit differentiation. So we'll say times, the derivative of y, we're going to say y prime is equal to, now this piece, the derivative of e raised to x is just e raised to x. So we'll say e raised to parentheses x times y squared, close it. But then we need to take the derivative of this piece here, of the exponent. So d parentheses x times y squared. Because again, the derivative of e raised to x is just e raised to x. It's like times the derivative of x, and the derivative of x is just 1. And so we're using the chain rule. So let's focus on this piece. So it's product rule. 1d2 plus 2d1. So 1 meaning our x times the derivative of this piece. So that's going to give us 2y times y prime plus 2y squared times derivative of our first piece, so times 1, close parentheses. And so we can rewrite everything. We have 1 divided by x minus 1 divided by y times y prime is equal to e raised to x times y squared times this piece here, which we have x times 2y times y prime plus y squared, close parentheses. Next, we want to get a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply everything by x times y, so xy. So x times y times 1, xy divided by x, so we're going to just get a y. And same idea here. The y's are going to cancel out, and you're just going to get an x. So minus x times this y prime is equal to, we'll have xy times this piece, so we'll have xy times e raised to x times y squared, close it, times just this piece. Now, we don't do xy times this piece, this piece, this piece. We just take it on this one piece here because it's multiplying. And we can kind of think about it this way. Let's say we have 2 times, 3 plus 4. Now, this would give us 2 times, 7. So that's 14. But let's say I go ahead and I multiply by 3. I'm not going to multiply this by 3, this by 3, this by 3. And we can see why. I'm only going to multiply this one piece by 3. So I'll say 3 times 2 times 3 plus 4. And I expect this number to be 3 times bigger than 14. And let's try it. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 7, we get 42, which is 3 times bigger than 14. So you wouldn't multiply this piece, this piece, this piece by 3. Just one piece here in the front because we're dealing with multiplication. So back to the problem. So x times 2y would give us 2xy times y prime plus y squared, close parentheses. So now we need to distribute. You take this piece, we multiply it by here, and we multiply it by here. We use a distributive property. So we're going to get y minus x times y prime is equal to, so x times x is x squared, y times y is y squared, so we're going to get 2x squared, y squared, e raised to this stuff, x times y squared, close it, times our y prime, plus y squared times y is y cubed, so we get x times y cubed, e raised to x times y squared, close it. And so all the y primes we're going to put on one side, and the non-y primes we'll put on the other side. So what I could do is I could subtract this piece, move it over here, add this piece, move it over there. So we're going to get y, I'm going to subtract this piece, so minus x times y cubed times e raised to x times y squared, close it, is equal to this stuff right here. So we got 2x squared y squared e raised to x times y squared, close it, times y prime, and then we're going to add this piece. So plus x times y prime. And because they both have y prime, we get to factor it out. So we know y prime is dy divided by dx. Parentheses. Now we got to put what we have. And we have here, we have 2x squared, y squared, e raised to x times y squared, close it, plus, this is just a regular x, close it. Our last thing is to isolate dy over dx, so we're going to divide. So our final answer would be dy divided by dx is equal to this stuff. So y minus xy cubed e raised to x times y squared divided by this. So we have 2x squared y squared e raised to x times y squared, close it, plus x. And this right here is your final answer, and that's all we need to do for this problem.